arguments were had today at the Appellate Division in the Superior Court of New Jersey. They started at 1 o'clock. The judges gave me the full time, which is 30 minutes. I didn't keep track, but they allowed me to present the oral argument, and I was able to discuss some of the procedural aspects of the case, which were raised by the defense for the first time on appeal. They were not raised at the trial level before the administrative law judge. But, for example, we got into things like whether or not the Secretary of State has the authority to do anything, and whether the matter should be left in the hands of Congress, and that the states really have no role in the matter. I addressed that, arguing that the states are very important for the election process. The vetting should start with the states. We shouldn't wait until the matter goes to the Electoral College or to Congress, because at that point we've spent a lot of money, a lot of effort. The political parties become entrenched. The nation becomes entrenched. The courts are put in an embarrassment position, being asked to overturn an election. The states have a critical role in vetting the candidate. But the justices seem to want to not handle the matter. They want to put it on Congress, and they even made a comment that Congress in 2008 let the matter go through, and basically I said that they really had no evidence before them. In terms of a place of birth, they had an electronic image of a Kolb, certification of live birth on the internet. That's hardly any evidence of allowing a president to become president. So I said, we have to vet at this stage, and then if a candidate is aggrieved by a decision by the court, they can go to the court and appeal it, and eventually go very quickly, even all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court, because the justices were concerned that you could have a patchwork of decisions in all 50 states, and each state deciding something differently. And I said that really was not the case at all, because once a state decides something, I'm sure that the candidate will immediately go through the legal channel, and then eventually to the highest court, which will be the U.S. Supreme Court, and that will be the end of it. That court would give the guidance to the whole nation. And you've done a service, because you've done that before people go to polls and vote, before the parties expend so much money. Politically, it just makes much more sense to have this vetting by the states. Let the states do it. The states have rights too. But the justices seem to be leaning that they basically don't want anything to do with the matter. That the state of New Jersey really can't do anything, and just let Congress do it, and that's the end of it. On terms of the definition of a natural-born citizen, they are leaning toward not even ruling on that issue. Just saying that the states have no role, and that's the end of it. I mean, that was the thrust of the questioning. Now, I'm not saying that that's going to be their decision, but I'm just sharing with you what the line of questioning was. Again, we might get a decision that's really not a decision, and which we all have been waiting for a decision. But it looks like if they do rule based on their questions, we're not really going to get a decision. Which is unfortunate, because we just got to keep looking for our day in court where we could actually get a decision. So again, they were very professional, very curious. They weren't nasty or anything like that, disrespectful or derisive. Nothing birth or nothing like that. It was very professional. So the environment was very good. Because the opposition, of course, they're expecting the judges that the reason why they called me in for an oral argument was that they can sanction me, and they told me to bring my checkbook and all that sort of thing. But we had none of that at all. It was it was a professional, and so that's the basic position that we're in at this point, and we should have a decision very quickly.
And how quickly do you see a decision being rendered?
Well, it could be before the election in New Jersey. The election is in June. It's actually next Tuesday, June the 5th.
Okay.
That's the primary election, because I did ask the justices to render a ruling before the election. Even though we can't stop the actual printing because the printing has already been done, the printing of the ballot.
Right.
But we do need an answer to the question whether or not he's eligible, whether he's satisfied the requirements. And I even said to them that there was a concession by Obama that he's produced no evidence whatsoever to the state of New Jersey of his eligibility. Not even as to who he is, what his name is, or where he was born. And, that's conceded in the record. And I told them that there's really absolutely nothing at all as to who this person is. And here we got him on a ballot and people are voting for him. I said, that's just, unbelievable. And so, we need a decision before the election. Regardless of whether the ballots have been printed, we need a decision. And then I said, of course, then we also have a general election coming up. So that's why I think that they're going to probably issue a ruling before the election. But we'll see what they do.
Just kind of backing up a little bit, you said that the court and its demeanor was professional and asking several questions and so on and so forth. And it sounds like that, at least from your take, that they will likely punt and leave this question up to Congress or the Electoral College following the general election. Am I reading that correctly?
Yeah, that's a possibility given the line of questioning that was had. Now, I don't agree with that because, we can't expect Congress to define a natural-born citizen. Only a court can do that. Once we get to Congress, they're going to argue about what a natural-born citizen is? And regardless of what they say, it's not going to be over because you're going to have, half of the population saying it means one thing, another half saying it means another thing. That's not justice. We need justice. We need a court to say, here's what it is. And, of course, we respect the decision of the court so everybody can come to peace with that.
Precisely.
Yeah, but not like this. This is not peace.
Right.
It's not justice. We need justice in order to heal the nation, regardless of what the decision is. I could not disagree with it, but at least that was our institution, the judiciary decided, and they decided honestly. Of course, we can read what they say. Using our logic and our reasoning, we can kind of say, okay, well, yeah, that's a good point. So maybe I was wrong. But if you read a decision that really doesn't make much sense, you're still not going to be too happy with it, but you got to live with it, and we can stop this battle or this war that's going on.
Exactly. Well, Mario, so all in all, you felt like your day at the appellate court there in New Jersey, you felt like your arguments were heard, they were taken seriously, and that the justices listened to them?
Yes, and I was able to argue the natural-born citizen definition.
Yes.
Which is very good because that's a great thing to be able to do that in a court because it's not easy to be able to do that. You've seen how many cases where the courts never even gave an oral argument, or they just would never even get to the question of what a natural-born citizen is. It's missing the case on standing because they also argued standing in my case. They said that we had no standing. But there were no questions about standing. I argued that this is not a federal court in New Jersey. There's a statute that gives people standing. Because Obama, he argued that we have no standing. And then he cited these federal cases that have been cited already that, round one in this situation, with all the standing stuff. So he was trying to do that again. He was trying to use the federal cases like Berg, the Berg case, Hollander, and all these different cases, saying that we have no standing. There's no particular injury, no injury in fact, and the things that we saw with the federal courts. But the justices didn't go for that. They weren't impressed with that at all. They didn't ask one question about it. It was like a non-issue.
Excellent. Who represented Obama